Hello, my name is Dharmesh Teji. Today we're going to learn how to weaken an argument. That sounds quite complicated, but it's quite simple. It just means making someone's idea less convincing. So our learning objective is critical reasoning, weaken an argument, and we will know we are successful when we're able to find what the writer believes, find what the writer is assuming, and choose an answer that weakens the writer's argument, that shows he may be wrong. Okay, and we're going to do this using 3 simple steps. Step 1, find the claim. The claim is what is the main idea the writer is making. It's something that he says quite clearly. It's quite easy to state. For example, I say I am very good at mathematics. That's a very bold statement. Step 2, what is the assumption? What is the writer asking us to believe without evidence, or assuming or saying it's true without us questioning it? Step 3, selecting answers that attacks the assumption. Okay, so remember the 3 steps. Find the claim, find the assumption, select answers that attacks the assumption. Now let's look at the text. Some of the great sea mammals, such as the sperm whale, have brains many times larger than ours. It's a fact of evolution that organs do not grow or remain large unless they're used. If they are not used, they shrink or even disappear. It must be concluded, therefore, that the sperm whale makes intelligent use of the vast brain it possesses, perhaps at thought levels well beyond our understanding. Which of the following, if true, would weaken the argument? Right. So, what's the main idea? Well, the writer says it very clearly. The sperm whale must be intelligent because it has a very large brain. So it says here, sperm whale makes intelligent use of the vast brain it possesses, perhaps at thought levels well beyond our understanding. Okay, and he's also saying have brains many times larger, and it's large, or it's grown because it's used, and he's quoting evolution. So the step 1 is, the claim is, sperm whales must be very intelligent because it has a very large brain. Okay, big brain means big intelligence. Okay, good. Let's go into step 2. Step 2 is, what is the writer assuming? Organs only stay big if they're used. The whale's brain is big. So the writer assumes if a brain is being used, it must be used only for thinking, or must be used primarily for thinking. But that's not necessarily true. Maybe the brain is being used for other things. That's the weak point. So that is the assumption. If they are not used, they shrink or even disappear. The organs do not grow or remain large unless they are used. Okay, so now let's go through the answers. Let's show that this assumption is wrong, okay? Right, let's remember, our goal is to show that the writer's assumption might be wrong. If we get that, then we can weaken the argument, okay? Let's look at A. Humans have developed intelligence despite having smaller brains than whales, but this doesn't prove that whales are not intelligent. Both things could be true at the same time. Humans can be intelligent even with smaller brains, so that's out. B. Whales lack the ability to communicate in languages. Well, this says that whales do not use languages like humans. But intelligence doesn't depend on spoken languages. Babies are intelligent, animals can be intelligent, computers can solve problems. They don't all use human language. So this does not show that whales are not intelligent. It just attacks the main, it doesn't attack the main idea. Okay, let's look at C. So B is wrong. So C is, large brains may have uses that do not involve intelligence. This is the key. The writer assumes big brains must be used for thinking, but C is saying that it could be used for other things. You know, imagine a large body, it can use it for regulating its body temperature, how to digest. So this is a potential answer. So I'm going to put a dot there. Let's look at D. There is no correlation between the size of the animal and the size of its brain. This talks about body size compared to brain size. But the argument is not about animal size. It's talking about brain size and intelligence. D is talking about the wrong relationship. So that's out. E. Whale intelligence may be of a kind that humans do not recognize. Well, this is actually helping the writer. And it suggests that whales might be intelligent in ways that humans don't understand. That supports the idea that whales could be very intelligent. So instead of weakening the argument, it strengthens it. So that is not the answer. So C is our answer.